Hey all, Hipper here, and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Sea of Conquest. And today we are looking at how to build the best strategic damage build. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and of course comment. I read all comments. But the reason I am picking this build here is right now you can actually get the heroes that you need to, or most of the heroes, to make this build really awesome, really. So you still have 4 days to grab the captain here, Griffin, and he is pretty much the cornerstone in a strategic damage build. But let's just look at the details here in the video. So as usual, we start out with the ship, and actually Black Raven is okay, but if you have played the game for a while, you may have Fearless Princess, which is the best strategic ship to base this build on, at least so far, right? So if you have Fearless Princess, definitely use that ship. If you don't have Fearless Princess, you can use Black Raven. So if we look at the skills here on Black Raven, it does offensive damage and it's an offensive ship, but it's not really, particularly aimed at strategic damage. Fearless Princess, on the other hand, that's what you want. But if you don't have it, Black Raven will do. So with the ship sorted, we're just going to look quickly at items here. So what you want is Banquet of the Reaper, right? And of course you want 4 pieces, preferably legendary, to go with your ship. And of course you want them max level 15 or whatever that is for you. So Banquet of the Reaper, if you can collect 4 of those and of course equip them on your ship, be that Black Raven or Fearless Princess, like I said, doesn't matter. You can see now I have 2 pieces and I get the 8% bonus. So I unfortunately don't have 4 pieces, I only have 3, so I just miss out on that last bonus there. At least I don't, in legendary terms, I don't have it. So if you have all 4, you should obviously equip them. That way you will get the best possible strategic damage out of the ship and the heroes once we actually get to the point where we will attach the heroes on the ship. And like I said earlier, Griffin, the strategic hero captain, is available right now for the next 4 days. So if you want to equip your Black Raven with that guy, now is a perfect time. So like I said, this is why I'm doing the video now. So let's just have a look at Griffin here. Now I don't have him myself on this account here, but here he is, and he does strategic damage, and he is a captain, right? So we need a captain, we need a first mate, and we need a gunner to go along with this build here. And like I said, if you have Fearless Princess, definitely choose that ship, so you will get an extra boost to strategic damage. Now, strategic damage is a really popular build. A lot of people run it, so you're not gonna surprise anyone by coming up on them and attacking them with strategic damage, right? But it is very powerful and up there with artillery damage build as well, because it's kind of medium in between, one target only and area of effect. So for your first mate, you would want to have Boa. Of course, this is the best commander in that spot. She does strategic damage as well, and like I said, she is first mate, so she fits into the second slot on the ship, so you get the bonuses. And her skills are excellent, and she's quite rare, but there is quite an easy way to get her, or it's not easy, but there is at least a way to get her if you don't want to play the roulette all the time. And really all you gotta do is just increase your VIP level. So as soon as you get to VIP level 7, Boa will be available. Of course, she's not for free, I was told, because I haven't reached it that far myself. But once you reach VIP level 7, you will be able to purchase Boa outright. So if you want to complete your strategic damage build, this is probably the easiest way to get Boa, because otherwise you are just relying completely on luck of the draw. So in the last slot, the gunner slot, we're going to pop Molly in there for this build here. Now she is a jack of all trades, so you can actually use her in all 3 slots. But since we don't have a gunner, she's the perfect fit for the gunner slot. And as you can tell, she does strategic damage as well, obviously. So these are the 3 heroes that you want on your strategic damage ship. And of course you want to upgrade them as much as possible, so you can also unlock all the skills. And upgrading heroes is a whole, adventure in itself, and I have videos on that. So next we'll look into the trinkets. So to complete this, terrifying build here, you should get the Undying Oath. And like I said in the beginning of the video, this sword is available right now, this trinket. So if you want to complete your Griffin, now is a good time to do it. Of course, it takes a lot of, conks, but that's the way it is. At least you have an actual opportunity to finish the build right now. If you already have Boa, for example, and you already have Molly. Obviously, that sword is the best option. Tyrant's Hand is also okay. It increases attack. There's no real trinket that increases strategic damage other than Griffin's. So you can go with the Cannonball and the Tyrant's Hand, and you can also pick some of the other options. Now I do remember that this video only goes as far as Season 2. So if you're in Season 3, there's a potential trinket that you can use, right? But this video stops at Season 2. So just a little information there. Alright, so I realized that was a lot of information. So as usual, I'll just try to summarize it for you here in the end of the video. So Black Raven is the ship that you should use if you don't have Fearless Princess. And for the items on your ship, you want Banquet of the Reaper in all 4 slots, of course, if you can, do that. So in the captain slot, like I mentioned earlier, you should definitely put Griffin if you have him. And if you watch this video in the next 4 days, you can actually grab him from the in-game roulette if you are lucky. So he's an absolute must for this build here. I wouldn't really attempt this build here if you don't have Griffin. So in the first mate slot, we'll put Boa. And if you don't have Boa, you can look a little bit earlier in the video. There's a trick to getting her by raising your VIP level. So in the last slot, which is the gunner slot, we'll put Molly, although she is a jack of all trades. So if you have Molly, you can potentially put her in the place of Griffin or Boa, but I really wouldn't. I would go with another build then, obviously. So moving on to trinkets, and of course Griffin, we need Undying Oath. And like I said, again, in the beginning of the video, if you want to get both Griffin and his legendary trinket, the Undying Oath, you can do it right now and the next 4 days. It's available, and you can pull it using your conks, and you can be lucky and you can be unlucky, of course. So the trinkets for the other 2 ladies here are a little bit more problematic. So I would go with the Proclamation if you have it for both of them. I know that's very unlikely that someone has 2 of these. Actually, that's probably very unlikely. But if you do, then well, this is obviously the best build. If you don't have that, which is again likely, you could go with Tyrant's Hand, an epic trinket instead. It's nearly as good, but it doesn't actually directly increase your strategic damage. And lastly, if you don't have that, you can just pop the Cannonball on both of them. And you can actually do that on all 3. For example, if you don't have Undying Oath for Griffin, you can use these same approaches here. So this will give you what is probably the best strategic damage build right now. And remember, if you are so lucky to have the Fearless Princess ship, you should use that ship for this build and not Black Raven. So I hope this made sense, and if you have any questions, just put them in the comments. I will answer them, and that's about it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you out there.